Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're coughing right around the world. Well, finally, we are live here for round one of a new KRL season. This is Tier 2 of the GTE League, coming to you from the good old US of A here at Daytona Road. And boy, what a terrific lineup of drivers we have for you this evening around this beautiful Daytona Road course. Tier 2 tonight, kicking things off for a brand new KRL season before Tier 1 kicks off tomorrow night. A little bit earlier tomorrow night, I should say, 8 p.m. Eastern Time here, live and exclusive on the Kid Buyers YouTube channel. We do apologise, we're running a few minutes late, but never mind about that, because you are going to be in for one hell of a show as I finally welcome my co-commentator Jason Wilkinson, who's stepping in for Rob, who's had to self-isolate. He's caught, is it bird flu or is it coronavirus? What's he caught, Wilco? And welcome to you tonight.
How you going? It's probably chickenpox, knowing Rob. So, yeah, I don't know. Bit of technical difficulties there, but all good. We're live, didn't lose too much time, and let's go for a Tier 2 lobby, round one.
Absolutely amazing stuff. This circuit, 5.72 kilometres, 12 turns here at this course. And look at that beautiful grandstand there. There's more than 500 people there, Wilco, I should say, out in the open. And that is a hotspot for coronavirus right there, if ever I've seen one. As we welcome Kane Leishman, one of our beloved regulars, to the live stream. He says, hi. Well, g'day to you, Kane, and Reaper. 666, let's do this, boys, yeah. And big hello to the Prince of Darkness. And then Mizu says, great night for a race. And, well, we got some good news, didn't we, Wilco? The AFL season doing a bit like the NRL. They're pushing on despite this coronavirus, and we're still on the air. As long as it's good to be on the air, even though a little bit late. But, well, we're still pushing on with this one. Very exciting season coming up.
Yeah, definitely. These guys here got some beautiful names. We might go through some of the drivers, starting off with up the top with your personal favourite, Mutabobble Jog. So he's in the old Corvette here. We've got Reaper, who just sped in the pit lane, so he's got a penalty, unfortunately. I've got Dalrymple Dimple, PlayStation, OGT, the OGT fan club. They'll be cheering right now. I'll get a shot from all different angles for you. Nice blue and yellow BMW there. And then we got Crump, who's Kane Leishman, so he's jumped off the comments and gone into the cockpit. Kakadoo, kakadoo. I'll let you do all the singing. We've got Voodoo, Morning Glory Hash, Compact, Gamer-esque, and Disaster. So, yeah.
Good stuff. What a lineup. And Ron, Voodoo Racing, Voodoo Child's checked in. And Ron Newburn, that's a new name, now supporting OGT for the first time, so get the hashtag OGT trending. And God, I love that camera angle. How good is that around this course? But Mizu says, welcome to the army, Ron. It is becoming a bit of an army, isn't it, the OGT army? I'll have to get some T-shirts and some hats printed. LJ Hooker says, hi all. LJ Hooker, you truly are the best. Mizu says, hey LJ, and Ron says, OGT Tribe, you all won't be able to meet together, or maybe, yes, well, if it gets bigger than 500 or 100, you might not be able to meet together, but we take a look at the action on the circuit for the first time this evening, and all 11 people tuning into the live stream, great to have your company. Now, talk us through this circuit. It's one that we've done a lot of racing on, even yours truly, Jace. It's a very challenging circuit. We've got the high banking, of course, from the oval part of the course, but the infield section of this track isn't without its challenges as well.
No, definitely not. It's a pretty challenging little track. It looks pretty simple, and you see you should have the map at the top right there. It looks pretty simple, but you can see this turn one's very tricky. These guys got assists on tonight, but tomorrow night with the tier 1 guys, we'll have no ABS at all. So yeah, it's very easy to lock of the brake, especially on some of these hairpin corners. As you can see, they're pretty tight. We might jump aboard with who's next in line there. Not sure. We'll go and board with OGT for the OGT fan club, or the army, or whatever you want to call them. The Tifosi, I don't know if he's Italian, but we'll give him some names. But yeah, very tricky track, but good fun. Racing should be pretty good with the long straights, slipstreaming, all that jazz. So yeah, it should be a good one.
Going to be a great race. As speaking of the OGT fan club, they are up and about tonight. We are riding on board inside the cockpit here with your man OGT 328 as Waffles says, let's go Dimple. Hope you're lubed up and ready for the inevitable. Ron just answering with that with, yeah, hey, it's Jay, says hashtag OGT Army. Let's get that trending. Fantastic stuff here tonight. And boy, oh boy, this qualifying session is going very quickly. Just 6.5 minutes in this session to go, I should say. As LJ Hooker says, this Tier 1s we're doing low 141s in practice. And that leaves me to my next question as we ride on board with the bonnet cam here at OGT coming up onto the oval part of the course. What sort of times are we looking at, Wilco? LJ Hooker, they're saying that low 141s in practice. What are we looking for around here for the pole position time?
Yeah, so the Tier 1 guys, as Hooker just said there, in the low 141. So the lap record in the, I know for the BMW, is a 142 dead. So if these boys again, oh my god, what is going on here? Stay to the right, thank you. Yeah, so I think OGT in the practice, he was the fastest in the Tier 2 lobby, and he did that lap record time with a 142 dead. So be interesting to see what these boys can do and how much difference there's going to be tomorrow night, where you got your likes of Waffles and Wimp, of course, who destroyed everyone at Road America 2 weeks ago, and the Big Dog and all those guys. See what they're going to do tomorrow night. But for tonight, it's up to these boys as OGT goes at one bang with the 143.4.
Oh, very close. Still a little bit off those times that you mentioned there, Waffles. And boy, this army is up and about. OGT Mizu saying, "Boyar," as somebody is off. Gamer Rescue needs to be rescued there because he's gone straight back to the pit lane there, Wilco. A bit of a moment for our man Bradley there, it seems.
Yeah, he was struggling on Tuesday night with last night with a bit of instability or instability, or no, it's not the right word. He wasn't very stable going into turn 1, so he was struggling a bit, but he said he worked it out, but unfortunately might have just pushed a bit too hard then, going for that magical lap time. But it takes a good lap or two just to get these tyres working. You see Dimple there, just runs a bit wide, he's going to get a slow down here. So we might trump on board with, I was going to say, I'll throw it to the comments saying who we want to go on board with, but I think we know that they'll want to go on board with this man. But we'll let him finish his lap off, and then we might leave him for the rest of the quali session unless he goes faster.
Well, let's just have a look here. He comes towards the back stretch, as it's known here at Daytona Road. And coming through now, it's looking like a pretty neat lap, I've got to say, for OGT. He currently is
1.1.
1.1 seconds faster there, Wilco. So we're looking, we're going to get close to those times, I reckon. The 141s LJ Hooker was talking about. But ooh, look at this beautiful onboard footage here, up to 6th gear. I'm not hearing any car noise through the stream, but let us know in the comments if you can hear it. It's been one of those nights. It all started with Friday the 13th last week, Wilco, when the Grand Prix, we found out that was cancelled. But anyway, as now Voodoo, B-Bear, B-Bear. And,
bit of a moment there.
Bit of a moment there indeed for Voodoo. Look at that beautiful Ford there doing its thing. Absolutely magnificent stuff. And hopefully our man Rob Dog as well has made it back from work, and he hasn't picked up chicken pox, the bird flu, dealing with chickens all day long, our man. But OGT finally set a 142.181, and there's Mr. Bubble Jog, a very challenging part of the circuit. If you get this wrong, it can really hurt you, and Mr. Bubble Gurp Shrimp just got it wrong on that occasion, and that, unfortunately, has spoiled his lap. But just a tick under 3 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. How good is it to have everybody's company? 13, the lucky number 13 people watching. And don't forget to keep your comments coming in. Do not be shy. And oh, look at that. And God bless America. Look at that beautiful American livery on Compact's car there. But he is just one of 2 drivers, Wilco, yet to set a time. And the pressure's going to be on him here, and he's on the absolute limit, look. And he's gonna, he cannot afford any mistakes here, Compact, if he's going to get a time in.
Yeah, sorry, my mic just stopped up then. Yeah, he hasn't done much practice this week, old Compact, and he's meant to be racing tomorrow night. So we'll see how it goes tonight. It's probably good at least he can do some laps, because we've got a few of those boys that are going to be jumping in tomorrow night for the T1 guys, with the T1 guys, but it looks like he's running a bit wide there. You want to keep it nice and tight through that corner onto the banking here, and let's have a look. Might go on board. I like the cockpit of all these cars, they look pretty cool. OGT's got a nice 2-second advantage at the front there, but Voodoo, what's he doing? Looking good. Disaster. I'll let you throw to that joke when we go through the grid. Go through them on the grid. And Sinbad's, Alan Shepp has said he's at Sinbad's again with the exact location and ping of where he is. And hello to Uncle Tony and Ron, and they want a Murray Walker impression.
Oh, look out. Well, Big Shep down there at Sinbad's Bar, Linton Place in Scoresby Village, Victoria, 3179. Say hello to Uncle Tony and Ron and Murray Walker. That's who's talking at the moment. Great to have your company, Shep, and Uncle Tony and Ron. Fat Tony down there at Sinbad's Bar in Scoresby Village, Victoria, 3179. If you could get the coordinates, that would be terrific as we look at Disaster. I'll go to that joke on the grid. One of the all-time favourites, just keeps getting funnier here at Daytona International Speedway. A track opened in 1959, but before I give you a history lesson, let's just look at our man Bradley as taking a little bit too much curb there, but up into third gear, fourth, onto the back part of the circuit. What time has Bradley set at the moment? And Ron says the beer virus has slowed everyone down. I've got to say, it was St. Patrick's Day yesterday, Wilco, and I might have overindulged on some Guinness, luck of the Irish, and it didn't. I tell you what, that's some heavy stuff, let me tell you. But anyway, as we watch Brad here, this part of the circuit, he gets a good entry, and now, we see so many drivers do that, don't we, Wilco? They just overcompensate and take a little bit too much speed in. But now Bradley, where is he? I'll tell you where he is. He's on the second row of the grid currently as we speak, and the time is up. And OGT go again, says Ron. Great to have you, Flaming Ron. I think that was a spicy pie that came out a while back. But anyway, enough about that. As Bradley Marshall, what can he do? He's improved, but still 2 seconds off pole position there, Wilco.
Yeah, still, I'm trying to find who's the next guy going to cross the line. Might be OGT, maybe. Yes, it is. Can he go faster? No, but that should still be pole position. Dimple's already gone through. Game Rest has through. Reaper, I think he's still on a lap. And who's this last guy crossing the line? Might be Morning Glory. No, he's staying down there. I'm trying to. There he goes. Kakadu. He's going to be the second last car across the line. Let's see what he can do. Can he improve from P7? The line takes a while to come up. Here it is. No, he can't. And who was that last guy I just missed? Was it Jesus Louise, Reaper. There we go.
Reaper.
So Ken Reaper.
Here we go then. Ken Reaper. Can he go higher? No, the Prince of Darkness. I reckon he's still sixth or seventh. Sixth, I beg your pardon there, as we take a look at the final order here for the first opening round here of this Tier 2 KRL Championship here at Daytona Road in America. And it's OGT. Boy, the fan club. Get excited in the chat, people, because he has taken pole position by 1.2 seconds ahead of Rimple Dimple. Very centre-esque there, 1.2 seconds on pole position. And then it's Bear in third before the Brazilian. And Ayrton Senna fan there, Bradley in fourth. Disaster. Backed into the fan and got it into fifth position there before the Prince of Darkness himself. How fitting, he's in the black car there, the black liveried Ford there. And then it's Kakadu National Park in seventh. Crumpkin Kano, big hello to you too, Crumpkin, hi. And then it's Morning Glory Whole Hash there in P9. Mr. Bubble Jog, the shrimp is the fruit of the sea. And in P10, they're just scraping into P10, Wilco. And I'm going to get through this hopefully before we get to the loading stream. PlayStation 48 in 11th, Compact in 12th. 12th. And Jesus, we've got Reaper there. Prince of Darkness will be harvesting souls from a two-place squid penalty. I better not talk like that given what's happened in recent times. But Wilco, we're ready to go with this one, and a rolling start tonight as well.
Yeah, rolling start. So to see how these guys, we did a little practice race before, and we had 2 practice races, and there was absolutely carnage. So hopefully these guys get through turn 1. Once they get through turn 1, should be nice smooth sailing through them. The slipstreaming and long straights should help with the passing. But yeah, we'll see how we go. We had a big crash at Road America in the practice round, so hopefully we don't have a repeat of the same.
Let's hope. Boy, that escalated quickly, didn't it? As we look at the grid, boy, this is awesome stuff.
Teammates won too.
Rob's going to be without a job the way you're travelling, Wilco. OGT, then Dalrymple, Dimple, B-Bear, Voodoo Child there in P3, and Bradley Gamer Rescue in P4 there. Then it's Disaster, that lady that backed into the fan. Don't forget about her. Then P6 for Kakadoo. He's made it onto the third row of the grid ahead of Crumpkin Kano. Hello, Crumpkin. Hello, how are you? I am good. He is starting just ahead of the Prince of Darkness, who will be harvesting all sorts of souls there. Morning Glory Hash in P9. I could do with a bit of hash at the moment. Mid the bubble jog. He on the shrimp boat, and then mid the bubble, their family never had to work again. But he is rounding out the top 10 PlayStation in P11 ahead of Compact. Rounding out the top 12. So a dozen drivers starting this race. I'm going to tell you, LJ Hooker, do not mix Heinekens with Guinness. But here we go, ready to go racing. A rolling start for these drivers, which in practice before this race, Wilco had mixed results, sometimes hilarious results. And somebody at the back there's gone off. I didn't quite see who that was. Waffle says we're going to expect a bit of Mario Kart action here tonight. Let's go! Oh,
clean.
Nice and clean. Oh, look at this. It's starting pretty well at the moment. Abort says, hey, it's Jay. Ron says, we are racing. Let's go! And OGT now. Leading this one, Dalrymple Dimple, losing a position off the start line to Voodoo Child. And now we're coming through this opening lap, and Crumpkin is off the circuit, Wilco. And like Bambi on ice there, he looks like he's just struggling to get it back onto the black stuff, but it is OGT. Hashtag OGT Army. God, I love this camera angle, Wilco. What a start to this race.
Yeah, very nice camera angle here, and yeah, pretty crazy, but really well done to the boys for getting through nice and cleanly. We had PlayStation who's just going through turn 1 now, so not sure what was going on there, but it's going to be a long race for him. But yeah, so OGT's kept the lead, but let's see what the slipstream is. Let's ride on board, nice and low here with Voodoo Child. See what he can do, see how quick it is through this section. Let's see what the slipstream can do. Is he going to hit the limiter? Is he going to be able to close off on him? We'll find out in about maybe 10-15 seconds time.
Ooh, just you wait. Oh my goodness, the comments are going mad. Waffles Ron, hey it's Jay. Mizu says gotta love seeing that. And OGT fan club, who else? And Waffle saying red flag, death on the start line. Red flag, no red flags here. And Ron doing what he does best there with the OGT Army. Morning Glory Hash and Compact. Oh boy, this is very, very close. Compact going through the glory hole, Hash there, and he's off the track. I reckon he is up into P5, but he may have a penalty, Wilco, which could affect him later on. Timed race, of course, and Morning Glory Hash is around. And he is off the track. He's going to knock off a couple of cones there. Maybe 2 or 3 cones, just like Rob Dog on a Saturday afternoon as he gets back onto the circuit. But now he's under all sorts of pressure from the Grim Reaper himself, and he will be looking to collect another soul, the blood of the innocent. Not sure how that little theme started, Wilco, but we're just going to run with it. I think it was the 666 that did it, the Grim Reaper there as Gamer Esquire. Where is he on the track? Well, I'll tell you, he is down in 11th. One of the Untouchables not going so well, Wilco.
Yeah, he must have had a mistake or got taken out of something, but we missed that. But back to this. Oh my god, the dog just flies through the door there. Scared the absolute crap out of me. But yeah, let's see. Or OGT, bit of a mistake. He might get a slowdown if you see him roll off the throttle. That could be a slowdown penalty. Let's see what he does. Oh, doesn't look like maybe he got away with that one, so that's lucky. But let's see if Voodoo can latch onto the back of that rear wing, that big rear wing on the BMW, and see if he can put any pressure going into turn one. He's not even really hunting the slipstream, so I'm not sure what he's doing. He's almost in limiter too, so he's got the gear ratio set up to be good out of the corners, but good luck passing this track with no top speed.
Voodoo then getting very close.
Uh-oh.
And well, uh-oh indeed, because he is around, and what looked like a promising start at the beginning of this race has come to an abrupt end. But Mr. Bubble Jog in the top 6 there. Morning Glory Hash on the comeback trail. Hi Crumpkin, he is in P8. They're also having a penalty along with Compact and Ripple Dimple, as Voodoo wants some chocolate. Hey, it's Jay. Yes, great stuff. Awesome. Great to have your company as PlayStation. Well, he's about a year and a half behind, I reckon, Wilco, but he is all on his own.
He's not even doing the chicane. He decided, you know what, that chicane, I'm not a fan of it.
He's not, well, he's not worried about that, and he's going to have to do that a few times, I reckon, if he's going to, he's about 2/3 of a lap down, I think, as we go through this lineup now. Voodoo, Mr. Voodoo Child there in P3 ahead.
Battle here.
Oh, Kakadu, Reaper. Just flicking through, keeping me on my toes here, Wilco. I've got to say, this camera work, very slick indeed. But Rob, we hope you're well out there. As Reaper now, Prince of Darkness. Let's just have a look here. He's in P9, chasing down Crumpkin. And I reckon Crumpkin will be getting very nervous. And tell me, as a driver, Wilco, what's going through your mind? It's much easier to chase than to lead, of course, and would Crumpkin be getting a little bit sweaty in that cockpit with the Prince of Darkness behind him here?
Yeah, by the way, he's swerving over the on the bank now, which I think he's very, very sweaty, as he just flies past nice and easily there. But yeah, you definitely on this track, you want to be the car behind, unless it's the last lap and the last 2 meters before the checkered flag, because the slipstream here, it can be like 10-15 Ks in the BMW when I was doing some practice last night. So not sure about these other cars, the Ford, and with the Tier 2 guys having an open GTE class here, they can choose whatever car they want. So the slipstream and stuff might be a bit different with the engine power and that, but the Beamer still seems to be the quickest in the straight line. But you know, that's a good thing about the GT cars, is they're all different on different parts of the track.
Certainly is. Just a tick under 14 minutes to go in this race, and we've got some interesting battles there. As a few comments, keep your comments coming in, we'll get to you, and a few people saying, LJ Hooker especially, reckons that, or Waffles, yeah, I beg your pardon, says PlayStation needs a blue star, or a blue shell, or a star, I should say. Yahoo! Let's go! And he needs something down there at the back as we ride on board now with Voodoo. And boy, oh boy, this race is heating up. OGT out in front at the moment. Wilco yet to really check out though, but he is still out in front at the moment. He's not heading away in leaps and bounds, but it is his teammate right up his ginger, I believe, in Ripple Dimple. The two teammates there, and Voodoo in P3, Disaster in P4. Can you go a bit quicker, Wilco? Compact there, and Mr. Bubble Jog. Oh, Morning Glory Hash right up the back of the shrimp boat at the moment. Oh, yes, shrimp is the fruit of the sea, and he has gone through and up into 5th position. No, 6th position, I beg your pardon. I was looking at Compact there in P5, and now the Prince of Darkness himself down, harvesting souls there ahead of Kakadu National Park. Hi, Crumpkin. It's great to have you with us. And Gamer Rescue and Bradley Marshall, the man from Nowra, the mayor of Nowra, in fact. A big hello to everybody in Nowra, and PlayStation, who needs one of those, you know, those things you get in Crash Team Racing, those oogada boogada things or whatever they're called, where you can just get everyone else out of the way as Ripple Dimple somebody off there.
PlayStation. He's getting out of the
PlayStation.
way. This is definitely closed up now. Let's see what the slipstream's like when it's BMW take BMW.
Oh, nothing in it at the moment, just like Hackett and Thorpe and Hackett. Remember Bruce at the Olympics? I know, Wilco, you would have been a young boy, but look at this. Dimple says, well, you're not going to give me the inside. How about I try the outside on for size? But they are side by side. Oh, there's a good thumbnail for you, Womp. And unbelievable stuff there. OGT maintains the lead. Can't look at all the comments at the moment because this is absolutely intense. We need to focus on this lead battle. Lap 5 here at Daytona Road Course. Round 1 of Tier 2 of the new KRL season. 13 people watching. God, I love this. Absolutely magnificent. COVID-19 can go and piss off because we've got some classic
imagine
racing.
If this was the finish.
Oh,
Imagine if this was the finish, it would be OGT gets it by a nose.
Oh, OGT.
But there's still more to go.
just getting there.
No.
Oh, you put the muzzle on him.
What have I done? What have I done? That's all good. They're still side by side.
Oh.
And OGT is still there. I pressed the wrong button.
Well, bloody... Jeez, I thought that was the commentator's curse there for a second. You put on them, Wilco, you put the muzzle on him, but it's still OGT. Look at that. Just the skin of his sack ahead of Rimple Dimple. Not sure if I can say that at 9 o'clock. Yeah, no, it's 9 o'clock. We can go with that now. But anyway, Voodoo Child, this, I'll tell you what, all the while they're battling between the two teammates, Wilco, this is keeping Voodoo Child very interested with this lead battle here.
Yeah, definitely. Again, he just doesn't have the top end speed to really challenge him, so he's going to hope these two guys who, again, if we remember back to the Road America race, I think it was OGT decided to put his front of his BMW right up the old the gear pipe, or the gear, I don't know, I don't want to really get taken off the air, but they I'll let it back to you because this is getting crazy now.
This is getting absolutely crazy indeed. Look how close they are, the pressure and the tension that they're both under there, and Voodoo has front row seats to this, Wilco, because look at that. And Dalrymple Dimple a little bit quicker there on that last tour, as someone's invited me to something there. But anyway, I don't have Fortnite, so don't bother inviting me to that crap. But less than 10 minutes to go in this race. Baby, baby, baby. And Voodoo Child is right up behind. Look at this, cockpit cam style. And he is just biding his time. And I reckon he'll be hoping that these two, Wilco, can have each other off. And they got awfully close at this part of the circuit last time around. Lap 7. Who needs the Grand Prix? I do know that was a bit of a balls up. But there we go on your screen live at
Dimple.
the moment. And
2 second penalty.
2 second penalty. That could keep things very spicy indeed. And barring OGT doesn't get a penalty, that means...
OGT. Oh, had a good save. He was out of control there. Just pulled up in time. But yeah, Dalrymple Dimple with a 2 second penalty, and Compact and Crump also with penalties. So this is why Dimple was definitely pushing really hard now. He's trying to get OGT, forcing him a mistake. Even though they're teammates, you still want to beat your teammate.
Well, you certainly do, as Waffles says Dimples has been quicker. He sure has, but it was OGT, in fact, on the last lap, who was about 0.3 of a second quicker, and that is the gap we're looking at the moment. And you mentioned that 2 second penalty for Dimple. So even if Dimple does get past OGT, it's just a matter of OGT being able to stick with him and keep that gap less than 2 seconds on the track, of course, to win this race. But forget about that, because Voodoo Child, I reckon Dimple, it's going to be the least of his worries, I reckon, because Voodoo Child is catching these two at a rapid rate of knots, and it's just 7/10 now, Jason, covering the top 3. Classic racing.
293, 95, 296, 297. Oh, he lifted off. That is extremely quick. Looking forward to some of those speeds tomorrow night. Hopefully battling for the lead there. But yeah, we might... Oh, I don't know. I don't really want to get off this battle because there's a few other guys that need to get their stream time. But this battle is actually probably too much. Has too much intensity to it. So stuff those other guys. You want to be at the on the stream, get up the front, and you'll be right.
We want to be at the pointy end. We do want to keep everybody happy. But here we go. Forget about the other battles with 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this race. God, I love KRL opening night. Oh, it's the practice. The time for practice is over. This is real stuff, people. This, oh yes. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Get your camera ready, Womp. That is a magnificent camera angle if ever I've seen one. Absolutely terrific stuff. Less than 7 minutes to go, and Voodoo has got front row seats now to the battle. The teammates, they've been side by side earlier in this race, Wilco, and now they're getting closer again. I reckon Ripple's into the lead. Yes, he is in front. Can he stay there now and pull away? But OGT last
Oh, they're both off.
Oh,
they're both off. They're going to get slowdowns. They're going to get slowdowns. Voodoo's going to pounce. Here we go.
Voodoo.
Oh.
Now is the time for Voodoo.
Maybe they're not going to get out of the throttle, but you can see just on the corner exits and they just carry the speed the BMWs through this compared to the Ford. And old 40 here, all of these guys are slipstreaming now, so let's see what speed they're going to be getting up to. As 295 are going to hit 295. No, if we're out of slipstream, oh, I might go to trackside for this.
Look at this, Dimple is in to the lead, but now it's OGT again. And Voodoo just has to maintain his composure here to possibly get a piece of this action. And what would you do, Wilco? Would you just sit back and see how this one plays out, or would you have a go and king send it?
It's you know, you want to be involved in a battle, especially something like this, but when these guys are getting really close now, you'd sort of just want to sit back and just... there's going to be something happening here. There's either going to be a crash or Dimple's going to get past. These two are sliding around in the BMW here, but they've just got enough poke on the straight to just clear poor old Voodoo out. But OGT, there we go. That's what I was saying. That's just shaking it up now. Can Dalrymple pull away now that OGT made that mistake? And can Voodoo, who sort of got caught out as well? So I don't know. 5 minutes to go. Let's throw it to the guys on the in the comments. Who's going to take the win tonight?
Let's get some action in the comments. Ron saying, I'm back. Waffles. OGT seems lost in his mirrors. That is terrific stuff. I'm a little bit lost in these comments at the moment. Mizu says that save from Dal was absolutely terrific. But who do you think is going to win this race? As we look back at some of the drivers lower down the order. And Crunk in there ahead
Brad's
of
retired.
Reaper. And someone's retired, will go.
Yeah, Brad, he's fallen off the screen, so he must have missed that. Must have, I noticed he was a bit inconsistent with his lap times. He might have been struggling with the car. But yeah, he's dropped off the screen there, so that's unfortunate for him. But yeah, we'll go back to this lead battle because it's back on and OGT's around.
OGT is around. And can he gather it all up and get it facing in the right direction? But now disaster for 20. He is all up in his mirrors at the moment, and he wants to get through here. OGT's made a mistake somewhere. We've missed it, but he's made a mistake in the early part of this lap. It's easy to do in that part of the course.
Voodoo's got the lead.
And Voodoo has the lead now.
Didn't even realise that. Maybe did Dalrymple and OGT come together and we missed it again?
I reckon they have. And we were just giving our beloved regulars some stream time there, Wilco, and I reckon they've made contact, and now it's Voodoo Child in the lead. And given that 2-second time penalty to Dalrymple Dimple, it will mean that Voodoo will win this race. If he can't catch and pass him and gain a 2-second advantage at the moment. Jonathan Charles says the Untouchables. That's Jono. That's Big Dog. We'll see you tomorrow night, Sunshine. Dal or OGT, says Mitsu Sali, as Dimple now back into the lead ahead of Voodoo. So he's made the move, Wilco, and boy, he is getting away at the moment, but just less than 3 minutes to go in this one. John Jennings says, hello there, go Voodoo. And Waffles saying OGT was driving slower, probably because he was watching behind too much. Mirror watching and can catch you out.
Eyes forward, head down. The old didn't have his team engineer there helping him out, but look, it's still probably not over. If Voodoo can get back in front, could put pressure on Dimple here, and that could bring OGT back into it. But Disaster looks like he doesn't have the pace to go with OGT, as OGT He's trying to claw anything. He's probably got 2 laps to try and claw back as much as he can to hopefully get in the slipstream. And as we've seen how quick the BMW is compared to the Ford, hopefully get a photo finish IndyCar style.
Yes, let's hope it could go down to the wire. 14 people watching the stream with 2 minutes left in this race. Oh, John Jennings, hello to you. Gamer-esque. Absolute shite show from myself there. Hashtag gutted. Letting the Untouchables down. Just don't you be so hard on yourself, Bradley. Absolute legend that you are. John Jennings says, breathe, Ben. Ben must be OGT. Ron says, first night watching, come on OGT. Ron, I hope you've liked this live stream tonight, and please subscribe because it's only going to get better tomorrow night as we go through the order. Voodoo Child there in P2, just 7/10 behind Dal, and it's going to be tight. It's going to be very close indeed. Wilco to see whether he can just stretch out that gap. I reckon OGT, well, he's let his...
Dalrymple cut the corner again. Hey, let's have an update on the penalties here. 2 seconds to Dalrymple, 2 seconds to Compact, 12 seconds to Crump. And yeah, so 2 seconds. Voodoo just has to stay on, just latch on, hold on to it like it's one of your favourite billies. You've actually, I might not go that way. We might leave that for Rob. He's the expert in that field. But yeah, he has to keep within 2 seconds. Voodoo, he's going to take the win, and I can't wait for his podium interview. I hope Rob can be here for that.
Yep, let's hope he can make it home before then from his chicken farm duties. But well, this will be the last lap of the race, I'm guessing. Yep, this will be the last lap, folks. And it's Dalrymple Dimple in the lead. So just recapping, Dimple needs to finish more than 2 seconds ahead of Voodoo Child there in P2, but he's all over him like a rash at the moment ahead of OGT. OGT just sitting back like the coronavirus, waiting to strike on an old folks' home full of 90-year-olds, but that's probably a bit too soon there. That's my inner Rob Dog coming out there in Compact. Where on earth's he? He's down in 5th, about 20 seconds off this. He also has a penalty. Mid to bobble jog. Oh, yes, got a great haul of shrimp. You can see him there in P6. How funny was that hat last Thursday night at Albert Park there. Shame we didn't get to stay there. Anyway, I've moved on from it, as you can see, Wilco. But Reaper, the Prince of Darkness, just harvesting some souls like he does best ahead of Crumpkin Kano now. We didn't see that, but he's dropped behind him in Kakadu National Park. Kakadu, and PlayStation, who's in 2019 down there at the back. But
1.4 second, 1.5 seconds.
Oh, 1.5
it's going to be
seconds.
close. Let's just double check. Definitely 2 second penalty.
2 second penalty.
What's going to be?
5
I don't know, should we take home? 1.6, 1. Oh, this is going to be close.
This is going to be close. 1.7, 1.8. Just remember, he needs to finish more than 2 seconds ahead. I reckon he's going to do it here. 2 seconds. He's won the race. He's won the race.
He has.
He's
got it. And OGT's, oh no, we missed that again. Maybe we need to stay on board with OGT because he's missed it, and Disaster's got third.
Unbelievable.
He's letting OGT back through. Maybe we missed something there. So maybe Disaster accidentally turned around OGT. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. But we'll quickly go through the last few guys. But Dalrymple holds on, stretches the legs in that BMW in the last couple meters.
As Compact comes across the line in 5th place. And here comes Bubba. Oh, I can't feel my legs, Forrest. Bubba, you got no legs. Well, even with no legs, he's come home in 6th place. And time to dock the Shrimping Boaters Morning Glory Hash. Ah, yeah, love that name. Comes across the line in 7th. And Crumpkin. Hi, Crumpkin. How are you down there in P8? P8? P8, I should say, coming onto the back straight. This track looks magnificent. Look at the crowd. Take a good look at the crowd, Wilco, because we won't be seeing any sort of public gathering like that for a long time, I reckon. But Crumpkin finishes in P8 ahead of Kakadu National Park. I'm wondering whether Kakadu National Park is actually a thing, but I'm sure we can Google it. But oh, look at the lights. The disco started in the pit lane. The party has started already. Just make sure there's less than 100 people there. I'm milking that joke for all it's worth, but it is Dalrymple Dimple taking the win tonight, Wilco, by the skin of his teeth. A coat of varnish there, 1.1 of a second ahead of Voodoo Child, and then OGT who spun around more than Kylie Minogue in P3 there, but Disaster finishing in P4, Compact in P5, Mr. Bubble Jog in P6, Morning Glory Hash P7, 8th for Kakadu, and P9 for Crumpkin, P10 for PlayStation, and, well, the Prince of Darkness retiring there, Wilco, so we only had 10 finishes in the end to this race.
Yeah, we missed that as well, so... What do you get? 11, so he retired in the last lap, or second last lap, and that let PlayStation get the 10. I better take a screenshot of these results so I know. As Voodoo, we'll go OGT first, and Voodoo's left the party, that's right. But yeah, we'll get to OGT when he gets in here. We'll ask him what happened on that last lap, and what happened on laps 9 or 10 when he lost the lead. But if he wants to join, here he comes. Loading, waiting. Here we go. Take it away, Trev.
Yep. All right, OGT, the man himself. OGT, have you got us there, mate? Can you hear us? Good stuff, mate. Well, round one, new season. The pressure was on here at this circuit. And you made a good start to that race, mate. The fan club was going wild in the live stream chat, mate. But talk us through what happened there. I think we missed it on the stream, but not a good finish. You would have expected more.
Well, it was a damn good battle. We had people commenting on it saying Waffles was saying you were using your mirrors a bit too much, but when you got someone that's all over your ass for 15-20 minutes, well, we'll see tomorrow night. Yeah, when you got someone over your ass for 15-20 minutes, it's hard to drive away from it. So especially on a track like this, but that's all right. What happened on that last lap there? We saw Disaster got in front of you and then he slowed down. So
we can't hear him, Wilco. We can't hear him.
Oh, okay. OGT, you're not coming through on the stream. You must have changed your
we might have
party settings.
We might have to get get a translation, shall we, or can we get OGT? He's just. Can let us know in the comments. Can you hear OGT? Missing some quality stuff. Great race. Thank you, Reaper. But we're just going to wait to see whether we can hear him, Wilco. But
don't know. That's oh, he got some trouble.
Yep, we can hear each other, but no sound coming through. I think you've got to select to allow your voice to be shared. Yep, awesome. Well, we'll go with it for now, and if they can't hear, I'm sure they'll let us know. But OGT, mate, sorry about that. We're going to have to, instead of doing that all over again, mate, just give us a quick recap of your race. Yep, thank you, mate. Your voice is still not coming through, so we might have to do a quick translation. OGT, how was that race for you? No. Yeah, well, we've got it, mate. But
yeah, we can hear you, but the stream can't.
The stream can't, so...
He was just saying...
He's saying he just likes hitting people.
I
appreciate it. With your own setup.
Needs to set his voice to allow for it to work.
Yeah, I think it is. No, and then actually if you go into, we'll quickly go through this, then you go into party settings, allow your voice to be shared. Yep.
Sorry.
Alright, there we go. So now we should be able to hear him, so I guess we'll go take 3. How was your race?
Okay, like I said, yeah, Dimples was great. He had me under a heap of pressure. I was feeling it. I'm sweating me balls off, and it's raining like shit up here, and it's nice and cold, but I'm sweating. And yeah, I didn't mean to tag him. I'm glad I didn't spin him because we've done that a couple of times now, and I think it's just hard racing between a couple of blokes, and I'm looking forward to running teammates tomorrow night. And good on you, Dimples. You deserve the win, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Good stuff. A lot of love
Now,
there. As
I'll let
Yep.
you interview this man here, Mr. Voodoo.
All
Just
right.
missed out, but go on, Trev, take it away.
All right, Voodoo, you just missed out, mate, on the win tonight, but talk us through your race, mate. P2 in the end, just 1/10 of a second off victory tonight. Are you happy with the race, mate? Talk us through it. I had a very good race. It was very close at the end. I wasn't aware of Dimple's penalty. I also had an extremely sweaty ball sack, but all in all, it was a good start to the new season. Thank you for that, Voodoo.
Just for you guys in the comments, he's not saying anything. There's no mic troubles. He's been taken by aliens. Yeah. So we might move on to Dimple.
Yep.
Dimps, mate. Let's hope we can hear you. We've got to get 1 from 3 at least.
Fingers crossed.
Mate, well done. Good race with your old mate again, OGT. And unfortunately, he's just played with the old exhaust pipe again.
Yeah. It was more,
I have to make sure I didn't dig
this
myself
time.
up the hole too much.
No, it was a good race.
They're like fucking magnets. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's close racing if we're hitting each other all the time, isn't it? So
That's it, mate.
But yeah, it was a good race. It was like the top three were pretty close together most of the race, and respectful for most of it. But no, it was good fun.
Loving
good fun
the
yet again.
team rivalry here. It's good.
My balls aren't as sweaty as OGT's by the sound of things, but yeah. Thanks for the setup.
And Voodoo. Have we got Voodoo
no
back?
worries, brother. No worries, brother.
Yeah, mate. We'll restart. Trev, take it away again. This is the worst podium. Where's Rob when you need him?
All right,
Seamless.
Voodoo child, are you there? Come in over. All right, that's good. That Chinese submarines dropped you off, mate. Talk us through your race, P2 in the end. Were you aware at all of Dimple having a 2-second penalty, mate? It was extremely close going to the line, but P2 in the end, mate. Are you happy with that? Could you have won the race tonight?
I honestly don't know. Dimple had a really fast car. He had a lot of the exit speed on me. You know, I was aware of the 2-second penalty. That's what I was pretty much banking on to get me through. But yeah, no, the OG and Dimple crash was really something. You know.
I wouldn't call it a crash. I'd call it a tap in the arse. But fucking come on.
Yeah, it was a good battle, sitting back and trying to guess whether I could figure out
Yeah.
what I got to do. But yeah, it was just watching really.
All right, thanks for that, Voodoo. Boy, oh boy, what a podium interview we've done. I don't know whether I've been told that I talk very loud, but I don't know whether I'm just really loud or you guys are really quiet. But Voodoo, thank you for that. You split the two teammates in Dimple and OGT. We can't get off the air quick enough, Wilco, if anyone's still watching us out there. But congratulations.
Project Cars did just retweet us, so it's been good for them to watch the podium interviews. But,
Oh, nice. Yep, good stuff.
That's all right. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, and we'll be here for the T1 boys. Voodoo, Dimple, OGT, they'll be all here tomorrow night, so let's see how they go with the T1 guys who are in lap record form, so what I'm hearing, which is not very good. So, yeah, wrap it up, Trev, and cheers, boys, for racing tonight.
All right,
Thanks a lot,
you,
boys.
Thank you.
guys.
Thanks a lot, Jason. Thanks a lot, Trev.
Yep, well done to you
Yeah,
guys.
awesome,
Dimple
boys.
taking the win tonight here at Daytona Road. But don't
Good on
forget
you,
tomorrow
Jim.
night. Thank you. Thanks for that. Well done, boys, and thank you everybody for watching here tonight. Round 1 of a new KRL season, a new journey. And we need something to take our minds off what's happening in the world at the moment. But that was the Tier 2 race tonight. Like I said, don't forget to tune in tomorrow night from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have the live stream for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's been great to have all the company tonight and all the comments in the live stream as well. Fantastic stuff. It was Dimple taking the win tonight ahead of Voodoo and OGT in Tier 2. Stay tuned for Tier 1 tomorrow night. Be kind to one another, and we'll see you then. It's bye for now.